What's up guys, Ryan here, and today I wanted to talk about a movie I've meant to watch for a couple years now, if not like 2 years, maybe even 3, and that was the first I heard of it. Was about 3 years ago, although I totally recognized the like the poster art and stuff like that, so I must have seen it on rental shelves at some point. But the movie I'm talking about, of course you can see by the title, is Jacob's Ladder, which is a direct reference, I think, in a way to you know, the book of Genesis in the Bible, where Jacob literally finds a ladder to heaven. And I'm talking, however, about the film, the 1990 film, which was a true psychological thriller. I think often that term gets thrown around. A lot of people use it for Silence of the Lambs, which I personally think is just a straight up mystery horror movie. The whole psychological thriller thing, I don't really get it, but anyway, this one really does sort of screw with your head, so I totally understand it. It stars Tim Robbins. I think it's got to be an early-ish role for Tim Robbins. He looks very young in it. Well, he's probably been in films before this. It is 1990, but it's got to be like one of the first roles from McCauley Culkin, who appears in the movie. He's a very young boy by the name of Gabe. Elizabeth Pena's in it. Danny Aiello. It has a great cast. It's directed by Adrian Lyne, which I don't know anything else that he's done other than this, although I'm sure he has some other movies. I really wanted to talk about this one because for a long time, ever since ramboraph reviewed it on his channel, and I mean his old channel, and this was a long time ago, it's one of his favorite movies, and he gave a glowing review of it and said that we should all check it out, kind of thing. And I meant to check it out then and never got my hands on it. And recently I saw it for a good price on Blu-ray and picked it up. And I'll talk about the Blu-ray at the end of this. But the movie basically follows Tim Robbins' character through different time periods in his life, in a sense. But it's basically, it starts off and you can tell he's in Nam with a unit of people that he's with. Ving Rhames is in there. It must be an early-ish role for him too, because he's not credited, I don't think, in the opening actors credits. But there's like a platoon of soldiers, and they get attacked, and it appears that some kind of weird warfare is used on them, where they're getting headaches or something. You don't really know what's going on. I think that's one of the best parts about this, is that the story sort of evolves as it goes. It's a very interesting story. But basically, yeah, you see that, and then you flash forward to Robbins. He's back from Nam. He's living his life. Things have changed drastically in his life, and all of a sudden he starts to see what he calls demons in the streets and stuff like that. He starts to get into these weird situations where it seems like something's trying to get him, and it sort of goes from there. And it's really, it's something I really enjoy when a movie actually pulls it off. It is sincerely creepy. I say that about certain movies. I said that about Insidious. I actually did get creeped out at scenes in Insidious. This one does it by far. It's fantastic. It just has it's shot well. It uses darkness well. It does this really neat effect with the demons, which you see, I think you see increasingly in movies since this. I don't think it was the first film to do it. I think Lyne himself, the director, said that he was inspired by some earlier works by other individuals, and there was a group of directors that did some animated films, I think, in the late 80s that used it. But it's this, they film the actors in slow motion, or on a slow camera speed, sorry. Moving their heads, and when they replay it backwards at a higher speed, it looks really creepy. They're going, I mean, I can't do a really good job of it, but it's a really creepy image, and just all the imagery is really creepy and well done and not overplayed. That was one of the things that I guess I would make a note about in Insidious, is that near the end, the creepiness, sort of, the creepy ghost character sort of gets overused, and it kind of ruins it. But in this film, and I don't know why I keep comparing it to Insidious, I don't know why, I guess it's just because I've seen it recently, but in this film they do a great job of sort of just giving you snippets and pieces of this stuff that really terrifies you. And it's not really the main thing about the movie, because it's really about this story and this you know, this man's sort of descent into madness. You don't really know what's going on, and yeah, it's just an incredibly entertaining movie. I would say that it's not the fastest paced movie. If you're looking for something that's wham bam, you know, scary, gory, with action and all that. This isn't the movie for you. It's a slow burn. It's like I said, it is truly a psychological thriller. It puts you through a lot of paces, a lot of. I mean, it's really about the characters, mostly Jacob, and what he's going through, and trying to piece together what's happening to him, and the conclusion of the film, you know, is really great. I was sort of leaning down that path anyway. I was kind of thinking that's where it would end up, mostly from the title and stuff like that. But you'll have to see it to understand for yourself. But I think it's a great ending. I think it sort of puts the whole thing together in a nice package, and I just love how it all played out and went together. I was really like gripped by it. At first I wasn't sure. First of it, I was actually really into it. Sorry, it kind of slowed down a little bit. I would say maybe like the second act, and I wasn't sure, but it very quickly picked up again, and I was very quickly interested. It just has some of the most odd and creepy imagery, and some very gory spots, although it's few and far between. It's not really the point of the movie. There's one scene in particular that comes to mind that was really particularly gory, and in a way that actually sort of almost turned my stomach. It just, a lot of movies, you know, they throw it in there, and it's so goofy and, you know, silly looking, it doesn't really do the trick, but you still, you know, this movie, it plays it well, and I think it's, again, like, it's that fact that it doesn't use too much of any of that, and it really does focus on what's going on with the characters and stuff. Yeah, it's really some mind-bending stuff, and really trippy, and I guess that's all I have to say about it as far as the movie goes. The Blu-ray, since I have it here, I'll talk about it. The picture on this isn't very good at all for a Blu-ray. I don't know what the DVD looked like before this, but I know it did get a special edition release with some extra scenes and stuff, so it might be comparable. I did, however, get this for like $7.50, so the price was right, and I don't know how easy it is to come across the DVD these days. I'm glad it got a Blu-ray release. I think it has all the same stuff on it from the DVD, although it might have some more stuff. It says here it has a making of featurette, audio commentary with the director, which I'm usually not interested in watching those things, but I am interested to see what he had to say about this, because it is very stylistic. Deleted scenes, which I believe are on the special edition, trailer, and then, you know, it's got a 5.1 track, 1080p high def output, widescreen presentation, and yeah, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, you know, this is a good price, so if you see this one, you're into Blu-ray, you could definitely pick it up. But if you were on a budget and you couldn't, and you found the DVD, the special edition DVD, maybe it's comparable in video quality. Although I don't know if it has all the features I just read off. I know it has the 3 added scenes. I would assume that they did an audio commentary for it as well, but I don't know. But anyway, that is Jacob's Ladder, and I just wanted to talk about that because I think I told ramboraph when I watched that review originally, and it might have been 2008, 2009. You know, I said I'm definitely going to check out this movie, and I didn't. And now it's, you know, come 2011, and I finally got my hands on it and watched it, and really, really, really enjoyed it. So I wanted to let you guys know, if you see it, you should definitely check it out. So that is Jacob's Ladder. I will talk to you guys soon, and cheers.